Hello Pisces, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your time and your energy. And if you're new here, welcome. Let's see what the universe got for us today. I also want to say a special thank you to all my subscribers. Pisces, resurrection, cycles, thirst, oof, ancestors, one more Pisces, beauty, wow. Wow, I feel Pisces, I feel an energy. An energy that at some point it was on. It's like a light, right? A flashlight, a flame, right? It was on at some point, but it's been off for a while. That's what I'm getting. It's been off, right? But you see, I feel like that's almost a cycle. Like that light was supposed to be off, or that light being off was supposed to teach you something, show you something, allow you to experience something, right? But you see, that cycle, that era, that phase, it's coming to an end, or it ended, right? It's almost like we have a story, and throughout the whole story, there's light, there's street lights, right? There's street lights in that street, right? Throughout the whole story. But there's a part in that story, there's a little chunk in that story where the street lights are off, right? So it's coming, that little section where the lights are off, it's coming to an end, right? But again, that was supposed to show you something or teach you something, allow you to express something. But you see, what I'm getting is that yes, the lights are going to be on again. But what that caused, what that showed you, what that allowed you to know or experience or learn, it is to like almost appreciate the scene, appreciate the light, appreciate the street lights, appreciate how it feels, what it does, what it looks like, everything, right? Which is creating this thirst for light. But you see, this is powerful and beautiful and wow. And you know, here with your ancestors, I feel like they had to do a lot with it, right? It's almost like you didn't even know, but they were the ones that uh, helped you, right? They aligned you with that experience. It's almost like they helped the universe to do the setup. It's almost like they came up with the idea and the universe was like, oh yeah, go ahead, that's amazing, I didn't think of that. Even though the universe did, and the universe was just being nice and kind to your ancestors and be like, oh, that's a great idea. It's like The universe knows everything. The universe, mm, the universe knows our power, knows what we are going to do, knows what we've done, knows what we didn't do. The universe knows every single. I mean, I don't have to tell you none of this, right, Pisces? You know everything. You know, Pisces, you know that the universe knows everything, right? So, your ancestors had a lot to do with it, right? I feel like the universe was the one that planted that little seed into your ancestors, and then your ancestors did the whole setup, did everything for you, Pisces, right? So you can learn that and experience that and get a lot from that, because I feel like you did, right? Because we have rainbow here and beauty. What does that mean? What does rainbow and beauty mean? That means that you see things differently. You see, oh my God, you see beauty, right? You appreciate it. You appreciate the beauty. You appreciate the rainbow. You appreciate the colors, the sun, the good energy, nature, light, right? This is powerful, and yes, it's making a lot of sense. It's making a lot of sense to me, right? It's like they offer you a lesson through experience, right? And there's no better way to learn something but by experiencing it. And it's amazing, you know? It's like a movie. Let's put an example. A whole movie, and the movie it's light, right? You see the sun, you see the trees, you see nature, you see, you know, even when it's at night, throughout the movie you are able to see light everywhere, right? Street lights, you know, lamps, you know, let's say computers are on, so that's creating light, you know, any type of light, you see it. And then there's a section where it's black, right? There's no light. There's no light. The only light there is, Pisces, is the moon's light, right? But you see, even then, a lot of times there's things that's covering the moon, right? So, but you see, there was a section where in the movie where it was just black, right? So that it almost created something. I feel like in your soul, Pisces, right? It's almost like you started to notice the difference of what it does to you, to your body, to your emotions, right? To your mind, like the thoughts that start coming to you and start creating, like you see the difference, right? But that was the whole point. That was the whole point of the movie, for you to experience something and then experience the whole opposite thing of that. And that created this thirst here with the desert, right? This thirst, right? So this is why resurrection is here, right? It's like the resurrection of that light that I was telling you. It's amazing how I started with that, a little flame, a little light, right? Even though we didn't have electricity back then, we had flames, right? We had candles, we had fire, right? That will create light. This is beautiful. Let's clarify. What is this resurrection for Pisces? We have the Seven of Pentacles. Wow, okay. What I'm getting here is apart from the light that is resurrecting, right? And let's say you're like, oh, my light's always been on, right? My flame, it's always been on. It's almost like a new level of it, right? A new power, a new level of that light, of that power, right? More intense, more direct, right? More vibrant, bigger. Apart from that, it's almost something, it's let's say you've been working on something, right? And it's been there, there's no movement, right? Or let's say you stop doing it, Pisces, right? For whatever it is, for whatever reason it is, you stop doing it. And this could be many things, right? It's about what I see you, it's almost like an outside activity, right? Outdoors. It's outdoors, it's in nature, right? And it can, I feel like you can be working with nature or with animals, even though it is almost the same thing, right? But more specifically with animals, right? You could be meeting or working with the Taurus as well, but you see, it's about resurrecting that. It could be an activity, it could be a hobby, it could be something you enjoy doing, right? And the resurrection here is that it's growing. It's like a tree, right? Maybe for a while, you weren't taking it, you weren't taking care of it the way you know how to, the way you should have, right? For whatever reason. But this is why there's resurrection, because now you start pouring into it, right? Now you start taking care of it, and now you see it growing, and it's growing, right? And it's just gonna keep growing. What is this cycles right here with the moon? We have the Eight of Pentacles. See how we go from Seven of Pentacles to Eight of Pentacles? Because there's a level up. There really is. Again, we can say that example of the tree, right? After some time, after some care, after some water, it's gonna grow, right? It's going to grow, and it depends on the type of tree, but it can give you a lot. It can give you a lot. Just by being the tree, it's giving you good energy, right? The tree does so much, and I'm gonna stop there, but it's about that. It's about growth, right? But it's not just that. It is growth in many levels, right? But it's almost like after a cycle, a level up. After you end a cycle, you see, cycles are like levels. And sometimes, yes, we take a long time to go to the next level, right? Sometimes we are in one level for a long time, and that's okay. But here you are ending a level, and you are moving on, right, to a new level. And I see you here doing something you enjoy doing, something you love doing, and it's growing, and it's looking better every time. What is here with desert, thirst? Five of Pentacles. You see, there's a human here crying, right? Almost out in the cold. But what I'm getting, it's almost exactly what your ancestors did in the universe, right? They took away the light. And here it's almost like an energy of like, wow, like, well, I don't like this. What happened? Like, where's the light, right? And that creates this thirst. It's almost like you, at the same time, I'm getting like attachment. It's like you being detached from things or from someone, right? And the other energy feeling it, not liking it, right? Again, it's like taking away the light. It's like taking away your energy. Boom, snatching it away and keeping it for you, right? But at the same time, by you doing that, you are teaching someone a lesson about attachment, right? But at the same time, that's gonna teach them something big, you know. Even though it feels the way it does, just like the universe and your ancestors took away the light from you, so you could appreciate the actual light, so you could appreciate how beautiful, how powerful, how magnificent it is, right? What's under ancestors, Pisces? We have judgment. Yeah, your ancestors were there, right? And I feel like, again, your ancestors took that decisions, your ancestors made that decision, right? Your ancestors did it for you, right? And maybe because you were like, oh, I'm in the light, I'm light, and you know, that's all it is. I'm just gonna be, you know, in a way, not appreciating light, not appreciating your power, your light, your flame, right? I feel like you weren't being, you weren't doing nothing wrong, right? I feel like you just didn't appreciate it the way your ancestors wanted you to appreciate it, especially after closing a cycle, right? It's almost like this is a new level. You gotta, it's almost like, I'm gonna say something a little bit different, right? Your ancestors needed you to appreciate your light, right? Appreciate the real true beauty before moving on. You see? And this is why it was almost like a plan. You see how judgment here. You see the body language. They are almost touching their third eye. It's almost like, and they are touching their third eye. It's almost like, boom, like they were ahead, right? They were ahead, and because they love you so much, they helped you. But you see, they did it in such a way that you didn't know it was happening. You didn't know what was going on, right? And now you do, but now you know until after. Now you're like, it makes sense, right? But they did it just to help you. And now, because of that, now you see beauty. Now you see the beauty of the light. Now you appreciate. Now you see things differently, right? Same like if you take your energy away from someone, right? And it's almost like detachment. Not being dependent on no one, right? Being individuals, appreciating each other, but not being attached to anyone, right? Or anything. It's like if someone is attached to you and you take away your energy, yes, it might not feel so good to them or even to you, but you are showing them a lesson, an important lesson, because it is important, right? And after that lesson, there's beauty, right? There's appreciation. Only if they decide to learn that lesson, right? What is this rainbow, this beauty? The King of Swords. It's beautiful. I like it. I like it. A lot of times they relate and they do relate the King of Swords with something negative, but not at all. You see, maybe if it was in reverse, but it's not the case. You see, what I'm getting here, it's almost like you are able to discover a new truth, right? Again, this could just be as simple as appreciating your life even more, right? It's standing behind that, right? It's about respecting that, respecting your new information, your new ways of viewing things, right? Appreciating the beauty. At the same time, I feel like you are going to be expressing, right? Expressing your point of views, right? At the same time, for example, here showing someone a lesson by detaching from them, right? It's almost like they might come back to you and be like, you know what, that's not, you shouldn't do that. Why are you doing that? You shouldn't have done that. It's almost like they come back to you with something negative, but you just there. You just like, you know what? Like straightforward. You let them know. right? And you know, at the same time, at the same time is your truth, and your truth got you to where you are. You see, sometimes your truth does hurt, right? It does hurt. They feel it. That is not your intention, but it does hurt, right? So, you know, I feel like Pisces, you are at a level where you understand that and you accept that, right? You accept that. This is why I feel you here peaceful, calm, right? Confident with what you believe, with what you say, right? So, Pisces, thank you so much for your time, your energy. I hope this helped a little bit. See you next time. Bye.